Players, since before your sun burned hot in space and before your race was born, I have awaited players. Hello and welcome, all you lords and ladies of fate. You have once again found yourselves in the self-proclaimed only Twitch TTRPG stream that allows you, the viewer, to change the shape of history, and it will cost you nothing. You simply have to spend fate chips in chat. Now, fate chips are our loyalty points that you, the viewer, earn by just watching, following, posting, subscribing, or engaging with us in chat. Using these fate chips, you can control the flow of history by altering skill rolls, healing characters, introducing items or encounters. Tonight, we are playing Star Trek Adventures, Bajor Rising. The story is Forward to Yesterday, Part 6. Joining me tonight, we have an outstanding cast of people who are ready to get cracking on here. CB as Commander Hank Williamson.
Howdy.
Okay. Kendrich is Lieutenant Nolan McLaren, or one of three.
Hello.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Daniel as Lieutenant Vitor with ears, good ears. And finally, Pwned Donkeys as the ever angst-ridden and now unconscious Izan Jumja.
Is it Thursday yet? I need more Picard.
You will get no more Picard.
No.
We're done.
No spoilers. No spoilers.
No.
Oh, that's right. You haven't. It's a quick question before we launch into the intro. Yeah, Nathaniel, you haven't seen any Picard yet.
I've caught
Or,
up.
I mean, you haven't.
I've caught up to Riker was just captured.
Okay.
That's as much as I'm going to drop.
All I'm going to say is don't get your hopes up that either one will make it out.
I know.
My favorite
Anyway.
part was when Boba Fett came and saved the day.
Yeah, and also Mando showed up and took Ensign Radish with him, and kept him and Ensign Radish are now going off and doing their own series in a runabout.
Y'all are leaving out.
Do you see that?
You're leaving out.
See that behind the episode where they brought Captain Kirk back to life in the back of the tank?
That was crazy.
I'm waiting. All we know is that is now not off the freaking table.
Did y'all see the RuPaul cameo?
I saw the RuPaul cameo in 2005.
Yeah, I was surprised that was
Which
in
was-
there too.
Admiral RuPaul.
I was surprised that The Rock reprised his Star Trek role as well. That blew my mind. That was the greatest cameo.
Oh no, we're deadly serious about RuPaul though. RuPaul was an Abrams verse creation, which was great, and actually a named admiral. That was an admiral who had been named in the series before. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is we're gonna mildly catch up on what happened. Lieutenant McLaren, a World 359 survivor, touched an orb fragment and kind of liked it, but now has started to miss the collective, and maybe the collective misses them right back. Jumja has finally earned the respect of someone, namely Commander Williamson, by beating the crap out of a poorly behaved Cardassian. And Lieutenant Vitor has found themselves on a side quest to get the message out, and has salvaged what they can of the ship, but now finds themselves standing face to face with the camouflage ship, standing face to face, training a weapon on a small woodland creature. And you're staring it down. And what I want to do is I quietly want to give first move. I will give first speaking move, not first action move, but first communications move to the creature.
Okay.
And right now it's not verbal. You're just going to describe what you're doing,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Oh, you can keep the
So I was, as I looking at this giant hairy beast staring at me, thinking to myself, perhaps he is hungry. So I want to scamper behind a nearby tree and roll an apple to him that I found in the forest of apples, not far from here.
Okay, hold on a second. I need to find an apple, if I'm not mistaken.
You need to find a whole apple forest.
I'm gonna find an apple clip art, and what's gonna happen is that there's going to be a very tall person with a bouffant white hairdo and a lot of bronzer on that's going to come up with you. You got it from you got the apple from this guy. So hold on just a second. I'm doing deep cuts, people. Okay, don't judge me. Don't judge me. I'm doing a deep cut. So there's that, and I also want to do.
Ah, yes. Stock, my favorite variety of apple.
My favorite apple.
Oh,
Ah!
And this guy's over in the woods somewhere. You vaguely remember running into him. So you take an apple out that you've been holding from behind your back, apparently.
Nice.
And
Nudge
you,
it over to him, and then I'm going to sit back and look up at him. Like, here, have an apple. And then I guess I can raise my paws up because he doesn't seem to be taking the apple.
I phaser away back in his holster, and I'm just looking at this group.
okay. What I need is what do we have? We don't have a thing called perception, do we? I don't remember a damn thing about the character sheets. There we go. Ezons. What I'd like you to do is take an old insight and either security or science, or actually security or medicine and insight. Oh no, this is Vitor's. Vitor, you notice that's your notice and stuff roll.
Does my focus in investigated techniques come into play?
You're not necessarily ransacking him, so this would be more that would be a little bit a slightly different thing. This is just your hopefully you got 1, 2. All right. What I'm going to do is you get a
Sorry.
just 1. Okay. Okay, you're 1 point. There is something now. This looks like we're just going to go with a Bajoran fox because I don't know what to do about it, and there's a bit thin on the ground for the creature cyclopedia, but it's a Bajoran mid-journey fox, and you notice that it has some of its fur looks like it's been shaved away quite a bit. Its eyes look very odd. It's like you know what a creature's eyes look like, and it's like, okay, it's an animal. There seems to be some little more spark in there, and it does look like there's been surgery performed on it by a fairly, something seems to have been surgically and deliberately done to this creature. And a bit of its side is shaved, and then as it puts its head down, you notice the back of the patch of its head has also been shaved and operated on.
Okay, so the Vulcan side of me sees that and pulls out the tricorder, comes down off the hull of the ship, just starts scanning it, and just
Hey, want to make some scanning sounds? I'm living for my special effects, people. Go. If we can. So what I'd like is it is probably going to be medicine and either control or reason. I'll go with the other one. Not coming off of medicine, though. Two. All right. Well, your first one is the creature has indeed been operated on. The wounds look like they've healed. It looks like there are some sort of mechanical implants, as well as some changes to, as well as some kind of tissue grafting that's happened. So it's a little bit of biology, a little bit of hardware. And you have that's your first point. If you want to spend a follow-up question for your second point of momentum, if you want to do that or bank it, it's up to you.
It's not too early for that. The Vulcan side of me takes over a bit more, and I want to try and help this creature.
Okay. Did you want to? Yeah, I apologize. Go ahead.
I take the apple, and I do my best to smile with the Klingon teeth. I mean, Worf does do an impressive one, but I mean, yeah.
A fangy grimace greets you.
No.
By the way.
But I go back to the shuttle, reaching for like a med kit or something like that nature, and back out. I don't know what I honestly don't know what I'm doing for like trying to calm this creature, because I've never had to actually handle a creature in my life.
Okay.
I'm just like cautiously coming forward, and I'm not going to make any aggressive moves to it, but I just want to use a little hypo spray of like something to maybe some pain or something. I don't know. I can't. I'm
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Keep going.
I never learned the Vulcan mind meld.
I like the idea of just yeah. All right. So what? Yeah. At this point, I'm gonna say we don't have a name for it. So we'll call this the child or the furry. If everyone's okay with that. It will get a name, but we're not going to release it until marketing gives us the all clear.
Brobu.
Brobu.
Furry McChild.
Furry McChild. I will say that Brogu is already being used in the Friday night game. And
that can be Ragu.
Ragu. I like Ragu. Ragagui.
Spaghetti sauce.
Yeah. We're gonna do Ragu.
What's a Jawa's favorite pasta?
Oh God, please! You're really gonna do that?
Rotini.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna go with Ragu for the moment, shall we? So Ragu, yeah, I know. Well, it's just the dad joke night. We're just gonna momentum and threat will change hands liberally as these jokes move forward. Ragu is for the moment. We'll just give him a name. I do like that. That is the name Bajor gives it. It's their favorite pasta dish at whatever New Orleans place they hang out in. It's Cisco's. But yeah. So you are going to move toward it with gently as gently and softly as you can. And again, this is up to you. You have. I'm going to leave it to you what you've been through. We've had ideas. The worst part is a meta thing. I don't mean to saddle you with all the invasive medical hell backstory. By the way,
I was like, man, I'm sorry about
typecast.
that.
Yeah. Well, but you'll never want for being invited to a convention. That's the best part.
Job security.
I'm so sorry about that. I'll let you expand later.
Okay, I do have a question though.
Yeah.
How do you want if I want to start trying to like form words, how would I do
Okay.
that?
Okay. If you want to tap into that, it's going to be a labor. Yeah, I love. Oh no, you can absolutely for free with no mechanical needs whatsoever. And I will say this has come up before, Lords and Ladies of Fate. You can pantomime and squeak all you want. You can do all the Disney, tropes and everything. If you want to actually convey a word or two or three, what will happen is both you and Nathaniel, both your characters, will roll against, I believe I'm going to go with probably presence and command for Nathaniel's part. For you, I have no idea. You get an 11. Rogu gets an 11 to try and make themselves known.
Okay.
And then the number of successes is going to be the number of words you get to convey in that exchange. So you may get some or none, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you get a variable number of words per sentence. Does that make sense? And because you're both rolling against it, yeah, you should be getting like probably 3 or 4 words a sentence. Because you're both rolling because it's a joint effort to make it happen. Is that all? Does that make sense to both of you?
Yes.
And you may not understand English either, but if we want to do that in reverse, the Klingon can shout at you or whatever.
Should my words
But
should my words be in English, or should I do like Pig Latin or something? I don't know.
We have one of these. Things.
Universal translators. Okay, good.
Somehow it even knows whatever the hell Rogu is saying. Rogu, my suggestion is that you probably speak Cardassian.
Kardashian
Just
or Cardassian?
Not Kardashian. I'm gonna go with Cardi. Yeah, not Courtney. No. Yep. This will be not Kim.
Okay.
If you want to do that, we'll all just maybe put you in a timeout.
Sit in the corner.
You can be in the corner.
You can't sit with us. Okay. So
I don't like that. Turn up the phaser. So all right. And while you guys are working that out, I'm going to we're not quite in combat. I'm gonna have Hotha kind of slumber back up. I think it is Ben's turn to take him over. So if you want to make a move while they're at him because low blood sugar and small creatures freak you out, I guess.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah.
Yeah, I remember now. Okay. Wow, I feel really dizzy. I really think I should eat something. Oh, hey, an apple. Do you think we could make this into apple juice out here?
Here. I just used brute strength to just rip the thing in half. Give him half of it.
That's exactly what I wanted, was to drink apple juice from a large man's hands.
I could be unconscious again.
I don't know if it's GMO free.
So I gotta warn you, I do have a small phobia of small woodland creatures. I've actually never seen any in person before. So I had a bit of a psychotic episode. They don't happen often, just a few times a day. What do we do about that thing?
Well, I'm going to try and heal this thing because it appears to be hurt. You, on the other hand, are going to go sit back with the ship and eat that those ration packs until you have calmed and settled down. If you try, I understand your medical unfortunates. If you act out again, I will set my phaser to a higher stun setting, or I will use the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way will hurt more.
Well, no matter what way you do it, I'm gonna mess my pants. I'll go sit over there.
Logical choice.
Okay. Let me see. Here's the deal. All right. Did you want to, Ken? Did you want to try and communicate, or how? Oh, I'm gonna, unless somebody else wants to do something, I'll throw it back to Ken, where you guys can continue on. Yeah. So go ahead and whatever you want to try. Did you guys want to try the mutual role, or did you just want to pantomime?
No, I wanted to do the mutual role because what I do is I see him approaching me with the tricorder and the hypo spray, and I'm getting nervous because obviously my background.
Backstory reasons. Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of, I feel like it's gonna be one of those instances where like I don't talk normally, but when I get enough like anger or fear built up, like I can blurt out words. So
Okay. So yeah, each of you go ahead and roll a couple of dice and see how many successes we got.
What am I rolling?
You're going to roll against probably command and presence.
I got one success.
2. All right, you got 3 words. It's time to bring down an empire.
Okay, so I'm gonna see him coming towards me with the hypo spray, and I'm gonna go, and then I'm gonna say, no, more sticks, like needle sticks.
I didn't understand a word he said, so this is the best part.
You didn't understand?
What?
You didn't understand what I said?
I don't know. It's more important if Nathaniel did, if Bajor did.
Okay.
Well, also, Hoda, you automatically understand whatever is being conveyed without even trying because you're a liberal arts major.
I just instinct, I put the other half of the apple in my mouth, holding it in my mouth, and just pull out the tracker because that's very odd that a creature starts talking.
Okay. And you do recognize, because the way the universal translator works and the way we know how it pretends to work, you recognize that the root language is Cardassian.
Fascinating. Very fascinating.
I don't know if you like apples very much.
How about them apples?
They're better squeezed by hand.
Yes, Ken.
God.
I don't know if
Okay, unless I want to kill these people. Anyways, he just sits down on the ground, not making any more advances towards the creature, but just does another scan. Creatures like odd, very odd.
Is the man still standing in the back watching us?
He's been told to go and kind of sit and have a ration pack, but he is now under Pone's control. And,
Okay.
And I'm hoping it's going to get slightly derailing. I will get your asses back to this village. I will get your asses back to the village.
I swear I'll phaser him. I swear to the gods, I will phaser him.
The old gods and the new. I will phase 3. Okay, how's it going?
No, he's still sitting there at the ship, just listening, watching, eating his half of an apple and eating his ration pack.
Let's be fair about it. I actually requisitioned the good stuff, not the dry bread, tasteless, chalky stuff. It's actually
Oh, it's buffalo mac and cheese. It's good.
yeah. There you go.
Gluten free.
It was the former commander's favorite. So I mean, yeah, apparently some family recipe before they passed or something or other. Yeah. Um. But anyway, back in character. Uh, he just leans forward with the tricorder, and uh, you can see that there's some kind of confusion in his eye, and he says, "I'm not here to hurt you. I would like to help if you'd let me."
That's when Frey will speak up and go, "It could be a Cardassian spy, but what do I know?" And then right back down on the apple.
I'm going to look over at Frey and just kind of and look back at Bajor and whimper a little and then slowly walk forward like my head and with my head down like, okay, I'm trusting you.
That's very fascinating.
Well, you are getting some really good scans now because of the proximity. Let me know if you do not want him to make contact though. He's walked toward you, but I don't think he's touched you yet. So
right now I'm in my Vulcan mode.
Yeah.
So I'm more. He's just a giant curiosity right now. So with the medical tool in my other hand, I gently reach forward and just apply like some natural healing. It like a dermal regenerator. It's not going to touch you. It's just going to like your skin will feel better, or might come back.
Doc's going to wave a light over it. And you'll be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, as long as you're not alarmed by it, you see that the sutures that were just like stitched together, they're tending to close. Obviously the fur's not going to grow back because we don't have the budget. But we do Photoshop out the scar now, and like that. You on your scans, you didn't pick up any elevated psilocybin levels or anything like that, which would have indicated pain. So you didn't pick up any chemicals on closer scan that it's in pain. At least I don't think so, because I really don't want to sit there and afflict a small creature and a player with pain. And let me see. So yeah, it still could be a Cardassian spy though. Yeah, there we go. This is the green light. This is the special expensive light.
Yes, our prop budget is not an actual trek, but we make do with the best we can.
We make do. We're gonna do what we're doing.
Yeah, I take the time and actually heal the creature best I can.
Okay, and also you unlock no, you don't unlock its implants, which would be hilarious. They just come out. But yeah, you're feeling a little better. You've obviously got a thing. I don't know if you guys wanted to hit the road or not.
Well, I mean, once it is fully healed, I take another bite of the apple, and just stand up and say to it, "You will live. You will live another day." I must return to my Hey, let's help me. And you see he walks back to the what remains of the shuttle.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be cool. Yeah, you're sitting there, and there you find, Hotha's still leaning up there. I think you're well through half the buffalo mac and cheese.
I
I
toss
think.
him a bag of water.
Oh yeah, the famous bags of water.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Non-Starfleet issued.
LaCroix.
No, I'll change that. Let's do it just for the heck of it. It's blue milk. Why not?
Oh
Let's-
yeah.
Not sure about blue milk.
I have blue lactose intolerance.
That's right.
So,
I'm blue dabba dee dabba die.
Yeah, okay. Well, don't worry. For the new commander, we'll celebrate with the green milk we just got off. We got in trade.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Star Trek has a history of blue drinks. So sorry.
I'm gonna to show my gratitude. I'm going to, like jump up and like run around Bajor and be like bouncing all around. You know how a dog does, like, or a fox in this case, bounces around, like showing that they feel better. And I'm gonna take the blue drink and drink some of it, and then I'll just kind of look at them and like, okay, where are we going? Going with you.
Very much like the idea that you'd like then just wipe your mouth off on your arm and burp. Yeah. So, Hotha, how do you feel about, or do you guys want to try and make it back now to report mission accomplished?
Well, I mean, we are a fair distance away from the settlement, but I mean, after he's had his fill, I do a few more scans on this little fox creature, try a few times to have it to go on its way without being threatening to the creature. Then I take a bit. I send up like a coded pulse to our commander to try and locate him.
Which
Okay, I
first?
don't even know.
You can't have RuPaul. We have RuPaul at home.
You have RuPaul at home.
Um,
you have Peter Graves at home.
I send like a nice little pulse to our commander and to the medical officer for like location.
Okay, Hank, and yep. So, was it okay if I flip you back to the next to the other thing? Because apparently things occurred. Oh God, did I lose it? I'm trying to find the.
I think this is it.
Yeah, this is it. Okay, this is me. This is me. Yeah, because all kinds of things have popped off. I believe that Calden may have I think they left the event, the area. We have Quagmire, or was that who it was? Yeah, Quagmire, who I have to put a marker on. And yeah, basically, Izan, you've just got some bloodied hands.
And we finished off where everybody was looking into the sky when our ship exploded, and the Cardassian ship exploded.
Yeah, the question is, oh crap, did we establish whether that was? Did you guys recognize that as your ship or not? Because I don't think we ever established it. If you want to know, you're welcome to make some dice rolls to see what exactly that was. And I think the only Starfleet characters are Lieutenant McLaren and Commander Williamson at this point.
Last time I found I'm unconscious because
Right.
Williamson his pulse at me.
This is a really boring episode then.
Well,
yeah.
You're not unconscious. You're just like leg locked. You're like
Oh, yeah,
locked up like a
yeah, he
tendon
fainting.
before
Yeah,
the
he
whole.
fainting goaded you.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
your motor functions are your voluntary motor functions are inhibited.
You pop locked and dropped it.
and I can't get up.
I just want to know when you tested this. How did you was this the first time it was tested, or has this just been done to him when he's asleep? Um,
Yes.
yes,
Oh my.
you got roofied. All right. So yeah, you guys are at the moment staring up at the sky, big explosion, and it's up to you if you want to determine if it is or is not your ship, or if just seeing explosions because it's a war zone.
Yeah. I'll look up and I'll wonder what it is, but then I'll look down at Reginald and I'll be a little more concerned about that because I'm not entirely sure what's happening, but I'm pretty sure what's happening, and that's like a closer threat, I guess. Although I don't see him as a threat necessarily. It's just like I guess I'm worried about my homie.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, but I'll start to I guess smack him around a little bit, try to get him to like wake up, like bring him out of it. I guess.
Yeah. Well, part of it is I don't think you ever did you think to figure out how the unfreeze works, or is it just sort of a thing that
Yeah.
you figured he'd just
Yeah.
reboot on his own?
This was a whiskey fever dream. There was no like plan. It just kind of happened. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try to wake him up the old-fashioned way.
Oh, he's he's technically awake. Remember, he is technically conscious. He's just immobile, so he's paralyzed.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
What?
Just standing there going,
I'm like the
Speaking-
Tin Man from Wizard of Oz with no oil. I'm just like,
I'll say, sorry I had to do that to you, buddy, but you're starting to go a little crazy. We had to put a stop to that. Do you remember anything?
I remember the orb. That's the last thing I remember. And then there was a fight and I was trying to break it up. And then before I knew it, I was stiff on the ground. What happened?
Well, I don't really know how to explain this to you, but a part of you that's on the inside that's supposed to be dormant is not dormant anymore. And
It hurt.
no, it's worse. I don't know what to call it, but yeah. Valtrex won't get rid of this.
No. And then I'm going to say, why does this seem so familiar? Why do you seem so familiar all of a sudden? Like I knew you before this.
Yeah, we've technically worked together before.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you remember that? Do you remember any of it at all?
lots of things I remember that I wish I didn't remember. Things that I did to people against their will. But then things were done to me against my will.
Well, turnabout's fair play.
I'm just
That was
gonna glare at him and be like,
So, Jumja, how are you feeling about all that? You're hearing people. You're coming out of your bloodlust, and these guys are recounting war stories, and you've also been thrown across the compound by the medical officer, or by this guy who is seemed to be a bit more even frail than you. Hello.
Was that me you were talking to? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Fine.
I was engrossed in chat.
Kinda.
I do
Are
that.
you,
I can't
are you
help it.
gross chatting? All right.
I wasn't. No, I wasn't gross. I was deleting what I was going to type that was gross. but-
Okay. So you're overhearing this conversation between these two trader guys, and about some kind of trauma, about weird stuff that's gone on with him, and about invasive procedures, and also that one guy has pulled you. He just doubled his strength and went nuts on you, and he had a really weird ass voice.
How calm am I? Am I back to
It's up to you how you wanna come down from this. I mean, you may have been snapped out of it by the being physically yanked off. Glilga is helping, and also that son of a bitch. What's his name? You could also be upset about Calden, the traitor.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna
The guy you didn't like.
I'm gonna go.
Suspected traitors. Traitors.
Guy you didn't get along with. How's that? Yeah. That guy, the guy you caught like peeping in a window.
And that's what he Jomja's gonna do. He's gonna go. Where's Calden? That son of a bitch, or whatever the equivalent would be on Bajor.
That Pa Wraith lover.
That goddamn Pa Wraith. That son of a Pa Wraith.
That'll work. Hey. Spoilers for Picard, okay? Alleged spoilers for Picard.
I'm gonna he's gonna go. He was using a communication device and he was spying on you all when you were inside having your conversation. He's a collaborator. I always knew it. I always suspected he was a collaborator.
Oh.
Well, he ran off while you were turning that guy's face into hamburger meat. Are you for real? Like, is he for real a traitor? Like, did he really do that? Because I didn't see that.
I guess I didn't physically hear what he was saying into his communication device, but I mean, if more Cardassians show up, I feel like 2 + 2 = 4, right?
Most of the time, yeah. I don't know what we need to do. We need to.
Hey, Calden, where do you think you'd head if you were in deep shit? And you think you'd outed and you maybe you asked the village to get burned to the ground. Where would you go? Where it's safe and nice and you're gonna vape? Wait. Okay.
Sorry. I thought you were from somebody else.
I was Calden, yeah.
From earlier, after dropping off after retrieving my communicator during the whole kerfuffle, I make a beeline back out of there and like past the silos, like straight out of there, right where I am right now on the screen.
Yep.
So I'm kind of like, if there's hills around there, or like heavy brush, I'd be like, make my way through there. And I tried to get out of there while I observe from the high ground as the loyal Cardassian overlords come down and take these traitors.
Okay. Let me see what I want to do. Oh, I was hoping you'd head somewhere else, but tough shit. I am a GM and I have to roll with this. All right. So you guys, you're surmising you've been made, I think, is the most logical conclusion. So you do probably have some timers about what you want to do next. um, Kina and Varant come out now because they need to get paid this week. So they've come out to you and are and they're finding out, and they see the bloodied Glyn, and they see Jumja, and they are like, you have to go right now. You have to leave. We're in enough trouble as it is. We're gonna have to talk our way out of this. So they're going to ask you to just get out as quickly as you can, because you'll be killed if they find you.
Are they speaking to all of us or just Junja?
Oh, I think definitely Jumja, but
Okay.
also you guys are like, speaking in tongues and things. And uh Kanina does look at McLaren, and she just knowingly says, you have other business, and your answers are in the temple. And then she like grabs whatever your ear, if you still have an ear, right? You still have an ear. She's gonna go and invade your personal space like Bajorans do.
Mm-hmm.
Do the paw grope on you.
Oh, rock hard paw you
you have a very steely graphene laden paw.
I think Jomja's gonna go. What? We should fight. We're always running. Stand our ground. Let's show these damn spoonheads that they can't push us around anymore. Otherwise, cowards like Kaladin are gonna keep calling in the authorities every single time there's any dissent, turning in his fellow Bajorans for what? A better meal? A warm cot?
Well, buffalo mac and cheese is a lot.
Well, I'd rather live to find Calden and kick his ass. But right now, we got to get out of here because we're all going to die if we stay. Most of us are over the age of 50.
Oh, God.
Don't worry. With medical science, your life will live to at least 120. So you're fine. You're only middle aged. Fine.
It won't be a fun 120, that's for sure.
I'm going to say.
Well, I mean, boy lived to like 200.
He drank a lot.
He was pickled.
You
there we go. Preserved from the inside.
By the way, you guys do get a courtesy beep from Bajor.
Oh,
it's a tone. I mean, it's a signal tone, so it's a quick ping. You would be able to establish communications and chat. This was just the quickest way to let you know that he was alive. So if you guys want to confab with him while Jumja is, I can have the grandparents work on Jumja some more.
Okay.
I'll pretend like I'm gonna like fix Reginald, and I'll kind of like drag him off a little bit to where they can't hear.
Yeah, because I can't walk.
And then yeah.
Oh yeah, we should figure out how to. You need just like an engineering and probably reason roll. Just get a 1-pointer to kind of pop him back up.
All right.
Because I literally have no idea what you may have come back with, or what you may have caused. If it's attacking his implants directly, or if it's just a stun. But it's probably attacking his implants directly.
Those questions make me wish I thought
Probably
about it more.
Hey, the writers didn't. Why should we? Come on.
That thing that's in my brain.
Yeah, that makes it a little bit more betray-y. Sorry, can you?
Well, What were the?
Let's go with
attributes?
reason and engineering, and you need 1 success.
So that's a 10 and a 4. That's a 14, and I rolled a 5 and a 4.
All right. Well, you got 1 success. And do you have any focuses like in cybernetics or anything like that? I forget.
I have electronics manufacturing, and then the made-up ones of org assembly code and anti-cybersecurity protocols.
And it's probably not
focus.
quite that. So I'll give you a spare point of momentum back. Yeah, and now and while you're popping him back up, unlocking the lockouts, you hear from, if you wish, you can hear from Lieutenant Bajor, initiate contact.
Yes. I'm gonna start stretching and move my arms. I'm gonna say, Lieutenant McLaren here. Okay, question. Do we talk out loud, or is it just like in our head?
It's in your head, but I can't hear that as a game master if you do that.
Well, that's
but I understand. I get what you're saying. You all learned like this weird ventriloquism as part of the training where you go and you can, because it's I think it was a bone conductor, because it is most importantly not an implant, because that was a no-go for you, and B, the plot would require it at some point to be knocked out of you.
Okay.
Because, or you could extract it and use it for something as a piece of equipment. So there's, but yeah, you basically are doing some Tibetan throat singing.
Okay.
While you do it. All right. And go ahead. If you have an echo thing on your soundboard to make it more difficult to understand, be perfect.
I do. I gotta find it though.
Oh, go ahead and just start yapping then.
Lieutenant McLaren here. Bajor, is that you?
Indeed, Lieutenant, it is me. I have what you humans say: good news and bad news.
Hank hears this as well, right? Or is it just me? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Technically, both you and Commander would hear this because of the implants. Since you guys are within range, yeah, I'd assume the commander would have turned on his calm to listen in on the conversation, but that's up to him. The unfortunate news is the shuttle had to be scuttled due to a hidden failsafe by our late commander.
Shit fire.
What you call good news is I was able to send a transmission to Starfleet Command, giving them our updates, but I do not know when we will have a response or if. We do have a subspace transmitter, but will not be able to send as far. We will be able to receive.
Well, I doubt they're going to come for us because we're 3 of the most disposable people in Starfleet.
That would be most logical. Yeah, that seems like the correct course of action.
So essentially, we're stranded on this planet that is currently being occupied by an enemy of the Federation, and we have no way to leave.
That is not entirely true, Ted. My suggestion would be let us invade the closest spaceport and steal a ship, killing hundreds of Cardassians in our way. Then we return to.
Why don't we also grow butterfly wings and fart our way to the moon? So just as likely to succeed.
I fail to see how growing artificial wings from our backs will get us anywhere, Commander.
You fail to see metaphors. Um, yeah, that doesn't sound like a really strong plan. I don't think we would succeed with that. Also, we don't have a whole lot of options though. So, how would we do that? How would we succeed in that?
So, well, the shuttles, the ship's uh, aft cargo hold was sur- the aft cargo hold survived, so we do have our supplies plus a basic replicator. We cannot replicate weapons, but perhaps resorting to guerrilla tactics might be in order, sir.
Uh, I could go along with that plan. The problem is there's not enough of us. There's not a lot of us. Again, most of us are over 50. Um,
Then you can stay with
we
the
have.
women and children, sir, if I may speak freely, and I will kill them all.
I wish it were that easy.
I think I'm going to interrupt them because I see this is going down a dark path. I'm going to interrupt them and say, I think what we should do is we should help those that we can while we're here, and in the process, look for a way off of this planet. Um, through that, we may gain allies and access to uh, weapons, and not only that, but we can access the ship. And once we have allies, we'll have people supporting us, so we won't be entirely fighting them alone.
Mm. Yeah, I kind of got the Klingon versus Vulcan. My enemy starts doing the whole. What are your orders, Commander? I see the logic in it, and the Klingon things. I could probably skirt around a bit here and there.
Um, I think both plans have their merits. I think we need to combine the two as much as possible. Not to be overly diplomatic, but we don't have a lot of options, so we need to be kind of thinking on our feet here. So, God, I need a drink. Let's see. Um, Lieutenant Bajor. I guess we need to get the ball rolling on an insurgency. Lieutenant McLaren.
I'll get the ball rolling
like
on an
work meeting.
insurgency. Yeah, that's just how those get. Well, it's all got to start somewhere, doesn't it? Yeah.
Lieutenant McLaren, we need to win hearts and minds to get them to join the insurgency. Any input you have on that would be appreciated.
It's going to kind of look over at him, and I'm thinking to myself, I will win their hearts and minds as long as you don't turn me off again or, freeze me again. But anyways, I'm thinking that to myself in character. But now I'm going to say, the quickest way to win hearts and minds is to continue what we're doing and supporting their cause and helping where we can. I'll provide medical attention. You could help rebuild structures using your engineering expertise, or you can serve them as a bartender.
Okay, yeah, that
At
works.
this moment, though, sir, I would say we should probably consider leaving the village if what they say is true.
Hell yeah. Yeah, let's get out of here.
The shuttle is still at the The remainder of the shuttle is still at the original location. If you wish to join me here.
All right, yeah, drop a pin.
Yes, sir. Dropping a pin. The tour house.
So, yeah. By the way, as you guys are finishing this up, Jumja, Grandma and Grandpa, Auntie and Uncle are doing their best. Grandma and Uncle are really doing their best to get you, hide, go somewhere, be safe. Just you have to do this, and please,
No,
these
I
people don't. What? Well,
I don't have to do this, and in an impetuous teen way, he's gonna spin on his foot and march confidently with his bloodied hands towards the two traitors and go, you guys seem like you can handle yourselves. Are we are we fighting?
I'm going to look at Jonja and say, we are not fighting. This village is lost. We need to.
Where's the big guy? Where's the big guy?
Are you asking to speak with the manager?
Yeah. Where's the tough guy? The explosions, the guns,
Well,
the pew pew.
We're going to meet him if you'd like to come with us, but we cannot stay here.
Yeah, well, someone's gonna have to help me kill these Cardassians because I'm not gonna be able to do it myself. I'll try.
Would it make you feel better to know we're starting an insurgency?
I've only been screaming from the top of my lungs to anyone who would hear that we need to start fighting back and taking back our land for as long as I could. So yeah, let's do it.
so there's a sound is coming through the air, and it sounds like some sort of, you recognize there's sounds of engines because stealth technology isn't a thing in the 24th century apparently. And you have this, you recognize the sound of Cardassian assault shuttles about, a few minutes away. If you want to get with your tricorder, you can get some bearings and things. Sorry about that. So you do have, if McLaren if you want to, look those up or whatever, if you want to do that.
Yeah, I'll scan for them if you want.
Yep. So pretty much your low energy thing for McLaren is that there are 2 assault shuttles coming. They're coming from the direction that was roughly indicated as the what did I call that thing? That camp where people are all concentrated.
It is the internment camp.
The internment camp, the internment facility, and day spa. Also the monastery, the old Bajor monastery.
Donut.
Huh?
And donuts.
And donuts. It's the Bellowan Monastery, and also they call it the Rathan Labor Camp. I seem to end things on N a lot. And you notice that the shuttles aren't, once they're coming generally from that vector, but they seem to have split up and are actually coming around to the north and south of the camp or the village. So they're splitting up to attack from both sides or land from both sides and not coming straight from the monastery at this point. They're vectoring away. It's almost like there's an escape route. Almost.
Okay. We need to take the escape route.
What are you guys thinking?
Well,
Jumja's just along for the ride.
we were supposed to be heading to meet up with Bajor, so
Yeah, let's do it.
Um,
Let's, I guess, just start walking. I don't know.
yeah.
Okay.
So have you guys ever killed anyone before?
So they're handing you you guys have like a pack of victuals or something if you want to take something from the village. I don't know if you want to take any food or anything from the village or just leave it.
I'll fill my canteen up with as much grain alcohol as I can fit.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then maybe like stuff some Vienna sausages in my pocket or something.
Pocket sausage, always good to have.
Always good. Always pocket sausage. Oh God.
I just I'll take rations and some of that blue milk. That sounds good.
Jom's just as excited to have anybody have even a remote inkling to do what he wants. So he's gonna overlook taking anything. And he's
Okay.
just gonna be asking the most ridiculous questions the entire time we're walking, like the one I just asked about. Have you ever killed anybody? Anybody have you ever fired your blaster on the highest setting? Have you ever fired 2 blasters at once? Have you ever shot your blaster off into the air while screaming?
I'm going to ask Jomja questions as we go, but would you like to say anything to your, I guess are those his aunt and uncle?
As far as you know, yeah.
I was just asking if you wanted to say anything to them before we left.
No.
Peace out. Okay.
They don't want me to go.
Okay.
Talking to them would just make things more difficult.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So,
do you like movies about gladiators? You ever seen a grown man naked?
there's always a first time.
It's always the first time. So what I'm gonna do is you're walking through some place that looks vaguely like the last place you had a firefight. They're just looking like vaguely walking back through the back lot. And should we do this? Yeah. We're gonna drop an additional person in here. You are heading toward the shuttle or the coordinates of the Horizon Whistler where it was last at. And I take it you're Vitor, you're staying there, or are you gonna meet them halfway? You're gonna stay put?
I'll give my guest a nice warning as to not leave the ship and not to play around with any toys inside, as he just caused this. So a nice gentle reminder: don't play with stuff you don't understand. And yeah, I'm gonna start making my way there, to meet them at least meet them halfway.
Oh, okay. Oh, I do like that. So you're just gonna leave the woodland animal is Ragu gonna accompany, or is he gonna stay with the unstable person?
Ragu's gonna stay with the unstable person.
Oh, you're not gonna.
Oh wait, I'm lying. He's gonna accompany.
Yeah, you're gonna accompany. You're just gonna tag along.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce along behind Bajor.
Okay.
Have you ever?
Yeah. So
do you remember that cartoon with the bulldog and the little dog that's jumping around him? It's like, hey, boss, look at here, boss. That's what I'm gonna be doing to Bajor.
The whole time. Yeah. I like that we're collecting those up for you. I think everyone is getting typecast with very similar things, all equally annoying. Yeah. No, I'm there. I'm with you. All right. In that case, I've got to change a name. Give me a second. And there's that. And I like the idea that they're all Tupac. All right. And as you guys are walking along, you do see somebody from the tree Oh God. No, that will be a Cardassian name. You see a Bajoran who's coming toward you from the direction of not just the location of your lander, but also this is sort of a common road that also heads off toward what's it called? It heads off toward the monastery. I'm just going to quietly move the monastery and the mining facility because there's basically a mining area and the monastery right there because Cardassians loves them some pit mines. And you see a really beat up looking Bajoran in the about 100 yards off. And yes, Jumja, I think you recognize this person.
Tupac, I thought they shot you.
It's like because he was well, yeah, he's from another resistance cell. I have no accent for him. Is there any accent we want in chat?
That's probably smart.
That's for the best.
That's probably for the best. That's wise. It's very wise.
It's not. No, they captured me and took me to the freaking prison. So I just got out because a bunch of them all took off in their shuttles, and they didn't close the door when they left. So I took off after them.
Was that what happened when you went in the city?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean, but sure.
The city of Compton.
Oh,
you know, they keep it rocking.
I feel that we're really gonna just do this, aren't we? I need people to feed me some lines. Because I am totally running out of my depth of knowledge here. All I know is what I'm not supposed to say.
Oh yeah, well yeah, don't.
I got some things.
Don't do that.
I got some things.
Nope.
I'm gonna overhear them mention Compton, and I'm going to say,
yes,
that's the city. That's the wild west. Isn't that place untouchable?
I love this. If this just became us naming NPCs as musical artists and then doing puns the entire time, I'd be so happy.
What makes you think that it hasn't been mostly that in everyone else's thing? What is the crime rate? Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. No, I didn't need to see that. Yeah, we had to get straight out of there. They bombed that place. But except that there's some shopkeepers, some Ferengi shopkeepers that stayed on the top of their stores and shot at people. I think they enjoyed it.
So I'm going to it's okay. I'm going to attempt to treat his wound, or at least scan him. If that's okay.
Okay.
And Jonja will, put Tupac at ease and go, it's okay. They're gonna help us start an insurgency and fight the goddamn Cardis.
Wait, did we just get rebranded? Did we get taken over by another label? We're the Resistance. Get out of here with this insurgency bullshit. Look, I got it tattooed right here. Resistance. This is probably why they found me.
Oh, good good job with the resistance. Resisting all of this. Congratulations. Bajor in the hands of the Cardassians. You have resisted nothing. We need an insurgency. We need to start fighting. We need to start insurgenting.
As
I love this is exactly how the Bajorans get along, like a bag of cats.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I was going to ask if I'm scanning him, if I noticed that he has any of the same like lung burns or anything from the chemicals.
Nah, he's got your good old standard, just getting the crap beat out of him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's probably, I don't know, they haven't fed him in a while, so they're probably fixing to just kill him later.
Oh, okay.
would be your guess if you want to be cynical about it. But over back where you were coming from, you know, and also 2 boxes, you know, they're not there. We could start resisting now. They're open. It's wide open. I know a way into this place. We can take this whole garrison out.
Jones is just gonna turn and look to the other two without saying anything, just kind of like,
How do you plan for us to take out a whole garrison without any kind of weapons?
They got plenty in there. They got GATs. They got heaters. I'm running out of gangster names for weapons.
I got some Glocks.
They got Glocks. The commander, what's his name? Galdu whatever, right? I have to look up the name of my NPCs again. I'm sorry. Lothot's got Crystal.
Thoughts do love Crystal.
Whatever that shit is. Crystal Canar. Canarstal. He has Canarstal.
Is you said the garrison was empty, that nobody is there?
Hey, practically nobody's there.
Practically nobody.
Everyone else, all the slaves are too busy beaten down. They're too scared. And also, I think they've got an explosive collar. I don't know. They didn't seem to put one on me.
are we gonna have to beat off a bunch of Cardassians to get in there?
Whoa.
I want to stop it there.
And by the time I'm crossing the hill, I come over the hill with a couple.
Yeah, you come right over the fucking hill when you hear the word "beat off Cardassians."
Couple phaser rifles in both hands, loaded with grenades along my chest. I'm like, yeah.
And I'm gonna go, that guy looks like he's.
No, but on a more serious note, yeah, I come over the hill. You guys see a fox walking beside me, and yeah, I'm very serious. I'm like, Commander,
I've used the Mokto chant of stealth.
Bouncing around him.
Yep.
Also standing by Williamson.
So do we the party has reassembled and possibly has a suicidal but fun plan. Because Tupac does mention that, you know, they've got hangars, they've got a shuttle, they've got a couple 3 shuttles there. We could rule this place. We could take them out.
Aside.
Yeah.
So just saying, there's a thing. And also, as you see behind you, there's some rather large clouds and fire and clouds going on. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it there, and I'm going to say, hey, thanks everybody, Lords and Ladies of Fate and players for that.
Why are all the Cardassians lining up over here? What do they think's about to happen?
Oh, they are. So I think that things have already started. You know, there's smoke behind you. Don't worry about whatever's happening.
Off.
Yeah, they're lining up. They're beaten. Tomorrow, we will have something new tomorrow.
I've heard rumors of possibly a one shot, maybe community games, or a nothing. Who knows?
Yep. Depends on what we get. So everybody keep paying attention. Drop a thing in the Discord. A link to our Discord. Hey, thanks.
Got it.
Everybody. And what I'm going to say is Wednesday we do return to Barovia. Do we not?
We do indeed return to Barovia.
All right. And let me see. Thursday, are we getting aliens, or are we doing a recap?
So basically what we're doing is we're going to do a little rewatch of the final episode of the last season of Aliens, just so we kind of have a better understanding of where we left off. We'll have some of the cast members doing some light commentary over top. So I'm sure it will be a laugh riot, as these things tend to be.
Okay. And then on Friday at 6:30, give me Solona Cookie, where our cookie will be chocolate chip. So join us for that. And also feel free to come in and Simon and Rufus enjoy having people throw them curveballs. If you've ever wanted to write a Star Trek script and we're afraid to figure out where to start, just join in because we get these things done immediately. We have a whole adventure in one episode. And then I think Sunday we're back for Tomb of Annihilation and the assault on Uwu. I think we're deep in the village. They're deep in the village now. Whatever's happening there is it. And then hopefully Monday night we have Solar Patrol. Hopefully we'll have everybody there. And again, it's still tiny elephants as far as the eye can see. So I don't know if we have a raid or if we're just signing off at this point. We have a raid?
We got one.
We got one.
ELHMK1.
All right. Yes. ELHMK1 is running a proper Star Trek game. So hopefully enjoy them. Give them a shout out. I don't know how long. Oh, good. It's a few minutes. All right. Hey, everybody. Thanks a lot. Kendrich is on Twitter and Insta, and Pwn Donkeys is on Twitter, Insta, and Twitch. And yeah, things just happen.
Yay.
So thanks again.